What's chilling, everybody? It's Lil Gasp. I'm gonna tell you about my song ADHD. This song was written. It's very dear to my heart because as a rapper growing up, I had ADHD, and just as a regular person, this is really close to my heart, y'all. All right. 8 dudes be in my face. Get back. 12 people on my case. Tell them get back. All right, so when you have a condition or something like that, like ADHD, you know what I mean? Like people be all up in your faces sometimes, you know what I mean? You just want to tell them get back, you know what I mean? 2 pills get me halfway. Tell them get back. Not a high tolerance when you're restless with it. All right, so when you have ADHD, one of the biggest medicines to take is Adderall, right? And 1 pill of Adderall that gets you 6 hours, you know what I mean? And when you get 2 6-hour pills, you know how that makes you. That's 12 hours. 12 hours half day, you know what I mean? And yeah, with ADHD, one of the biggest symptoms, you're restless, you know what I mean? So like the version of ADHD I had, because you know what I mean, there are 2 versions, you know what I mean? The one I had is restlessness, you know what I mean? Man, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble paying attention. Mine afloat like I'm drifting in cold water. I'm a talker. In class, I barely lift a pen. All right, so when you got ADHD, you know what I mean? One of the things is like you got trouble paying attention to the right type of stuff, you know what I mean? So like in class, I'll be, instead of paying attention to the teacher, give me a boring lesson and whatnot, I'll be staring outside the window, my mind will float like I'm drinking cold water, you know what I mean? Impulsive on my day-to-day. I don't think before I tend to say. When you got that ADD and you feel like no one can relate. So, when you got that ADHD, you know what I mean? You get real impulsive sometimes, you know what I mean? And you do things that like you don't really need to do, or like you do things without thinking, you know what I mean? And to be like, you just do things, you know what I mean? And I think I don't think before I tend to say, you know what I mean? So I be saying things to people, and I don't really think, oh, is it gonna hurt their feelings? You know what I mean? Is it gonna hurt the feels? And when you get that ADHD, and like sometimes it's just like people can't relate to you, know what I mean? Yeah. Cause you are too hyper, like you just had some sugar, drink that cider. All right, so like when you got that type of ADHD and you feeling restless, you know what I mean? Like that apple cider, it got that sugar in it, right? So I'll be hyper. Like I just drank some apple cider, you know what I mean? Like how kids be drinking too much cider, you know what I mean? And they get too hype, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's how it is. I make that noise like it's whooping cough. My isolation dripping off, nervous like it's water. Never knew how to make decisions. All right, so like one of the biggest symptoms of ADHD is anxiety, you know what I mean? So, and a lot of the things that people with ADHD do, one of the things that they're really known for is making a lot of noise, you know what I mean? So like impulsively making noise and like, doing all these different things, you know what I mean? So I make that noise, and whooping cough, one of the biggest things of whooping cough is, you know what I mean? So like when you got whooping cough, you're making a lot of noise. Yeah. 1 in 10 share a twisted fate. America's numbers though. I'll catch up and be frank. You might be young or old. All right, so in America, 1 in 10 kids have been diagnosed with ADHD and are currently on medicine for ADHD. You know what I mean? And that's just children, though, right? So like, I was using a play on words, because a frank is a hot dog. You know what I mean? It's a German hot dog, and I'll catch up. I'll catch up with you guys, because ketchup you put that on hot dogs. You know what I mean? You squirt on the hot dogs. So I'll catch up and be frank. You know what I mean? Because you might be young or old. Because ADHD isn't only in young people. You know what I mean? It's in old people too. It's in adults and in kids. Looking around like I'm Dory, because I don't got short-term memory, and it's probably connected to the consequence when I dream. All right. So basically, right? Dory from Finding Nemo, she don't got that short-term memory. And one of the biggest symptoms of ADHD is short-term memory loss. You know what I mean? So like your parents may tell you one thing, you know what I mean? But you go upstairs, your mom might tell you, hey yo, go upstairs, get your jacket, bring it down, you know what I mean? And I go upstairs and I completely forget what she got me up there for, right? and that happens all the time, you know, and it ain't cool. But like, sometimes, people with ADHD, they be dreaming, and it's not their fault, you know what I mean? It just happens, you know what I mean? And that's one of the reasons why they got that short-term memory loss, because they be dreaming sometimes. Yep, anxiety attacks happen too. Purple rings like shopping bags, but your eyes are light blue. All right, so, one of the biggest things, like I said earlier, right? Anxiety is one of the biggest things that happen in ADHD kids, you know what I mean? So like, you be getting anxiety attacks, you know? So like, yeah, they happen too. And also, purple rings, you know what I mean? Like eye bags, you know what I mean? So like, kids with ADHD, they don't get a lot of sleep because they be staying up all night sometimes, you know what I mean? And it's not their fault. Like, one of the biggest things that people with ADHD have is insomnia, you know what I mean? And it's just, sometimes it's connected, sometimes it's not, but sometimes like they be going together, and that's why they got purple rings, you know what I mean? I hope I get to your head and that you learn from me about ADHD. All right, so there's the last, actual line of the verses in the song, you know what I mean? So it's just, I hope you guys take away from this, you know what I mean? This is not just me, having fun and, doing all this random stuff, you know what I mean? I'm trying to give you this experience, you know what I mean? Because like ADHD, that's a real problem, you know what I mean? And I thought that putting it in form of song, you know what I mean, it would let you guys really understand it. So you just pay attention to the song, look deep into the meaning, you know what I mean, and you'll really understand, I hope you do. 8 dudes be in my face, get back. 12 people on my case, tell them get back. 2 pills get me halfway, tell them get back. Not a high tolerance, always restless with it.